Hey there, Wastelanders, it's Brett and Mike, and thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to Sit Down Saturdays, where I just rant about a Fallout subject and see where we go with it. And today's subject is Liberty Prime. We've seen a hint of him in the show and possibly a new version of him being built, but before we start, like always, I want to thank you guys so much again for 1,300 subscribers. You all are the best, and I will be live tonight at 10:45 p.m. Eastern. We will be playing Vegas. I will be forcing myself to go through the Lonesome Road DLC. Yes, I don't like Ulysses that much, but let's get to the video. So I have some notes here. But some of the new things we learn about Liberty Prime in the show is that he actually had another company working on him. Now, before we knew that the United States Army contracted Mass Fusion, General Atomics, and Robco to work on Liberty Prime and build Liberty Prime. But we see that Repcom was added to the list, so who knows? Maybe that means this schematic may be different. This may be a different version of him. We don't know. Do I hope it's a different version of him? No. Do I think it would be physically possible to build him now? No. I don't even think if the Institute had his designs that they would be able to recreate Liberty Prime. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Liberty Prime. So, for those who don't know who Liberty Prime is, Liberty Prime was a robot, a not even a robot, a war machine that the United States wanted to make to combat the invasion in Anchorage, Alaska, from the Chinese. And so they set their greatest minds on it. They got the biggest companies in these fields to all work on it, and they almost finished Liberty Prime. And he is pretty much what the America saw themselves as, this righteous defender of freedoms, and had to destroy communism at all costs. And Liberty Prime's voice makes that very clear. It's honestly insane. If you have not seen any clips of Liberty Prime talking, go look it up right now. But they couldn't figure out a way to power Liberty Prime pre-war. They didn't. They just couldn't get it to work, and so he lied dormant in the basement of the Pentagon. And 200 years later, Elder Lyons chapter of the Brotherhood came into the capital wasteland, Washington, D.C., and they made their home in the Pentagon, which they renamed the Citadel, which honestly sounds epic. Um, and they found Liberty Prime down there, and they learned about him and set their sights on rebuilding, or at least getting Liberty Prime operational. Liberty Prime back online. Um, and so they tried messing with the AI and tweaking where the power went, and it was so sophisticated that it actually started damaging itself. So they actually set themselves behind. But by the time we get there, the Lone Wanderer, we can help them get a power source for it, then turning Liberty Prime back online, where they use him to take back the Jefferson Memorial, which had Project Purity in it, which was purifying all the water in the Jefferson Basin, or I don't remember what the basin is called. Basically turning irradiated water into clean, which had been taken over by the Enclave. And so they set Liberty Prime, and Bro absolutely just clears a path. Nothing post-war, except one thing, could really go up against Liberty Prime. And so, as we all know, or some who don't know, Liberty Prime succeeds, and he makes his way into he clears the way. We take over Project Purity, and yay, the sole survivor sacrifices themselves to activate Project Purity, and they wake up a few weeks later, where they are still using the Liberty Prime to hunt down the Enclave. But this is where Liberty Prime meets his first demise. Like always, Liberty Prime was always spearheaded in, and then the Brotherhood came in after, and they got sound from a satellite relay station. I don't remember the name exactly, and it was a trap by the Enclave. They lured Liberty Prime in just to destroy him with the Bradley Hercules orbital weapons platform, which is a huge, like, crawler that can connect to a orbital cannon, and they fired on it and they destroyed Prime. And from then, we thought Prime was destroyed. But in Fallout 4, when the Brotherhood, Elder Maxon's Brotherhood, which was Elder Lyons passed away, Sir Lyons took over and then died in combat. It seems like there was some sort of overthrowage. And in Fallout 3, we can meet Maxon as a child. And when we see him in 4, he has become the Elder of that chapter. And they got signals, some weird energy spikes, which sent them there, and they brought Liberty Prime with them. But he was still in pieces. And so if you side with the Brotherhood in that game, and I know I'm leaving a lot of stuff out, you can slowly repair Liberty Prime and bring Liberty Prime back online once again. And this time, once fully repaired, and, you know, you make his, like, servos and whatever, his magnetic stuff, and you find his I don't know what they're called. His, like, little mini nukes, but it's not. Yeah, but so with the help of Proctor Ingram and potentially Madison Lee, we can rebuild Liberty Prime. But there's still one thing. How do we power him? And that's where one of the big, I guess, what everything kind of amounts to is cold fusion. Or not cold fusion, geez. Holy smokes. The mass fusion building, where the beryllium agitators inside, which is some advanced form of fusion. Fallout science stuff. It's not cold fusion. It's not as powerful as cold fusion. But from there, we can literally activate Liberty Prime once again, where then he sets his sights on the Institute, and you follow him once again. He spearheads, he spearheads his way to the CIT ruins. Also, a really cool thing, which is, like, I wonder if they potentially even thought to, which I don't think he does it in 3, but when he walks past the Bunker Hill memorial, he recognizes it, which is very cool. I wish he did that at, like, the Jefferson Memorial. Maybe he did, and I'm not thinking about it. But also, in other endings, they get Liberty Prime online somehow, and you can hack into him and set Liberty Prime on the Brotherhood of Steel. But with everything that has been talked about in Season 3, it looks like Fallout 4's canon ending has Liberty Prime still around. Even if not activated, which he still always becomes activated, it seems that Liberty Prime is still around. So I'm excited to see what they do with that. Do I think that they can build another Liberty Prime? No. they don't have scientists. Even if they had everyone who has previously worked on Liberty Prime on it, I do not think that they could even come close to copying its AI, its weapon systems. Now, if they do a cop-out because they're in Area 51, that's just cheap. Um, Liberty Prime was the prototype. He was the one of one, and he was never finished. So plans to make another one don't make sense. Now, I've seen some speculation that potentially he may be smaller, which would kind of be scary, because that would make him more versatile, and also possibly easier to use. Now, what do I think they're doing with introducing Liberty Prime into the show? I think that Quintus wants to potentially take over Liberty Prime, or at least find some weaknesses in Liberty Prime, because who knows? I also think that Liberty Prime may already be on their doorstep. What could be making the ground shake like that other than Liberty Prime's warheads that he throws and launches from his back? But I feel like they would have like done a voice note or something. Honestly, if they just would have shown like a 2-second clip of another airship flying in, and Liberty Prime strapped on the bottom, and like his eyes light up, and he's like, Liberty Prime online. That would have been cooler, other than showing us schematics. But I just really hope that they don't build another Liberty Prime and do it just so willy-nilly, when in all these other games it was such a big undertaking, and even then it was still experimental, and it wasn't even like polished technology. They're using stuff that was built 200 years ago, and they don't really know. It's too advanced. It would take the help of not only the original recreators, or I don't know what you call them, but like Madison Lee and the scribe, I forget what his name is. I know I said his name earlier. Hardin, or no, I don't know. And like Proctor Ingram. Even with, if the Institute was helping them, they wouldn't be able to make a Liberty Prime from scratch. And it would take, if they could, or even could try to, it would take months, years. And they don't have that type of time in the show. And it's going to be done in like weeks. And that is something that doesn't make sense. I also see something saying that they've won this battle. They're literally still actively fighting it and being attacked. It looks like they're very weak. And we don't know exactly who's attacking them and who's on whose side. But I don't know. It's a little bit scary. Because that's one thing that it's like, do we really need to see Liberty Prime again? Like, yeah, I do have a theory that they'll set Liberty Prime somehow. Liberty Prime will make his way there, the OG Liberty Prime. And they'll set Liberty Prime on Vegas just for Mr. House to take over Liberty Prime and turn it on them. And then have a huge robot to protect Vegas. That would be epic. A King Kong scene of Liberty Prime climbing the Lucky 38. But realistically, the only way they can get Cold Fusion back is if Liberty Prime literally comes into the Lucky 38. I don't think people are being like, oh, they'll just get Cold Fusion back. Bro, Mr. House ain't letting anybody touch Cold Fusion ever again. The only way Cold Fusion leaves the Lucky 38 is the Lucky 38 is literally leveled, and they're combing through the ashes for it. I don't know. It's weird, but I also have another theory, and that is, what if there's something in Colorado of Mr. House's, and what if Lucy and Maximus are sent there with nothing but the platinum chip? It'd be cool to see that the platinum chip has other uses than just the Lucky 38 and such, even though it was specifically made for it. But who knows? I would just like to see the Lucky 30 or the platinum chip or at least it like be on his console or something, or they like have to go to Fortification Hill and it's still in the console there, or something like that. That'd be very cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm scared with Liberty Prime and what could come from it. It spooks me. It scares me. Liberty Prime is iconic. Liberty Prime is something also fully Bethesda's, like, from at least from what I know. And so yeah, I don't know. Now, if they somehow build a Liberty Prime and it's the Liberty Prime, I mean, I can't not say that that would be cool. It just wouldn't make much sense. And obviously, the OG Liberty Prime would prevail. Now, what if they have like their Chinese version of the Liberty Prime chilling in the thing and they try and use that? Now that would be cool. Chinese Liberty Prime versus Liberty Prime. Communist. I don't know. It scares me. But yeah, that's about it for today's video. I'm gonna be making a little bit of a Google video this Monday, and like always, I take Sundays off, but I will be streaming tomorrow, so don't fret. Sometimes we do 2 streams. I do an early morning stream and then a night stream, like always, and then we'll be back doing a big live streams Monday and Tuesday. So stay tuned. And if you enjoyed this video or like Fallout content, consider liking the video and consider subscribing. And also, I have unlocked communities if that interests you. I am warning you now, I do not have anything on the community tab. And I don't, if you can't even come, if you don't even, actually, because there's nothing on there. And I don't want you paying for nothing. So, with all that being said, I appreciate each and every single one of you so much. I thank you for watching this video, and you don't forget, you are cared for, you are loved, and you stay safe out there, Wastelanders.